relay, and you know when those SIQS rounds come around, they're just a little bit more exciting, aren't they? You get the fight, they're really 5-star and brings the big talent out, and here we go, first event up.
Yeah, and we're straight into a curtain and another high-quality field for round 4. We've got a couple of the professional girls there, Maddie Dunn, Dev Halligan, our round 2 winner in Kirsty Higginson, and of course the local girl, Jordan Mercer, formerly of here.
Yeah, plenty from the Nutrigrain series here, and we keep going through them. Obviously, Georgia Miller in there, Lara Moses. Carly Nerthen's been on fire in this summer of surf so far. Great to see the veterans in there. Alira Richardson at Cooks Hill, and Crystal Smith, the current world Ironwoman champion, has come to test herself here down on the south coast. And you see Carly Nerthen closest to screen there. What a round she had last start at Coffs Harbour and underway. And what about the shots on the drone? They're magnificent up there. Give you a great indication of how these girls start into the water in this opening board leg.
Oh, and as we look at that, Kurt, it's all the girls on the left-hand side of the screen, led by Crystal Smith. They've got the better of the start. They just got over that little wave as we see her crash through another one. And we're on riding with Harriet Brown now, and she's got another half-decent start, but just clipped one early on in the piece, and she's a little back as we look at Dev Halligan leading them out there.
Yeah, Harriet Brown's had a fantastic summer. Well, last summer, definitely. She was runner-up in the Australian Ironwoman title, had a great world titles as well. So Devon Halligan onto the board leg, and there we go, back on board here with Crystal Smith. And the current world champion. She's been around a long time, hasn't she, Mino?
Oh, and she's one of the great water women in the sport. She's got the skills to rival anyone, anywhere, and we can see her sneaking up the inside as she gets to those cans. And we're back on with the girls, all wash riding. That's Harriet Brown with Carly Nerthen on her left, Leah Richardson on her right. And as the girls head into the black and white, it looks like Crystal's moved to the front.
Yeah, so we can see the two girls on the boards in the front. You see the green and white board, Devon Halligan, obviously the daughter of Thirroul Halligan, the great rugby league legend, former Kiwi, obviously, and Canterbury Bulldogs player. And then inside, you can see on that grey and gold board, it was Crystal Smith. Third spot there is Jordan Mercer, and a little bit of bumpy around the cans. Looks like Kirsty Higginson going around and Emma Dick as well, but these girls at the back, a little bit of work to do.
Oh, they're so close at this point. It's still anyone's race. These girls are close enough if they're good enough. They just have to work the runners coming home. And as we see, the girls are down on their belly to keep that board moving around this technical part of the course. It's probably a little easier on your stomach to get around these cans, as we see Crystal very relaxed there. She knows what she's doing, and she'll jump up on her knees in a second and make sure she works these runners all the way home.
So these two girls, obviously, you can see Jordan Mercer there. Oh, look at her on her stomach, closest to screen in that lead pack of 3, really. Now she gets up on her knees. And, just explain to us why the girls get back up on their knees when they get into this wave zone.
As we can see, they get so much more leverage out of their arms. They're up over the top of their stroke as we watch the girls push. And, there's a little bit of push and shove there. And Crystal's working hard. Look at her long arms, big strokes, and she's done well. And these two girls look determined to do well here today. I'm sure Jordan's spoken about doing well in front of her friends and family at home, coming back to where she originally grew up.
Yeah, definitely. You just saw Crystal Smith just box out. Look like Georgia Miller there of Newport. You've got to make yourself big, don't you, when you come down those waves? Otherwise, the opposition's going to have none of it. But here we go. Harriet Brown looks like on this second wave. Off she gets, uses those long legs, but coming through transition the first time round. Board, done and dusted. Now into this swim leg. Jordan Mercer, she's got one of the best transitions in the business, probably the best. She's in first. Crystal Smith second. Devon Halligan third. Then we go back. Looks like Danielle McKenzie, Harriet Brown, Emma Dick in there as well. And then there's a whole host of numbers in there. A couple of Mooloolaba girls in Higginson and Carly Nerthen.
We spoke about this in the earlier rounds. That transition, it's the fourth leg. People sort of take it for granted, but you look at Jordan, she's gone from third there all the way to the front, got a little gap on the other girls, and now she's in the prime position. The ones who use that run leg, the ones that work hard, they're the small gaps that'll make the difference in the end.
Yeah, real nasty little bank here. It's not quite shallow enough to wade through, but not deep enough to swim, so you'll see a little bit of duck diving and a little bit of wading at the moment.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest one to get through, where that water's just above your knee depth, so you can't really get your feet out of the water, but you're going to have to push through it. As we look at the girls, they slow up a little bit, so it's all about momentum here, getting down deep, dolphin diving off the sand, making sure you get a big push, and once you hit that green water, you've got to go hell for leather.
Yeah, timing critical here. And look at them go deep. There's a couple of waves rolling through. It's a couple of foot, so it's a little bit testing for these girls. But I tell you one thing I've been impressed with this summer so far is the swimming ability of Jordan Mercer. We know she's obviously a 3-time world paddleboard champion there in Hawaii, from Molokai to Oahu, and her ski leg's been quite solid. But throughout her entire career, everyone knows Geordie can't swim. That's all they've ever said, but it just seems like it's finally hit home. She's done a lot of work in the off-season, and she's certainly taken up another level.
That's it, Kurt. It seems like a different Jordan Mercer this year. We see Crystal leading out there, and Geordie's all over her. In the past, she would have maybe drifted back a bit and then had to use her ski leg to catch up. But she's been doing a lot of work at Noosa with Coach John Rogers and former Olympic medalist Graham Brewer, who are great coaches and some of the best in the sport. And it's showing up here today. She's really putting in the swim leg of her life. And this is not the only time this year we're going to see her do this.
Yeah, so as the girls make their way around the cans, we can explain a little bit more how our Surf Ironwoman qualifying series works and what we're after. You can see here, it's almost a series within a series at the moment of our Summer of Surf, but this is round 2 of our Surf Ironman qualifying series, and these girls are after their best 4 results from the 7 rounds, and they'll be all compiled together, and then we're after our top 4 athletes from those best 4 results will gain an automatic qualification into next year's Nutrigrain series.
Mate, it's a great way for the guys to qualify. It rewards consistency over the summer, and the cream generally rises to the top. I think last year it took 4 podiums for you to qualify into the professional series. So these girls will be fighting it out, and as we said last week, every place counts, every race counts. You've got to make sure you're at the top end consistently all summer long.
Yeah, I think the key, I guess, coming out of last year's results is you've really got to get in that top 3, 4. Otherwise, it's not really going to count. So these girls looking to get into those placings there, and obviously as that pro series keeps going, those girls that are going to fall out of that are going to do a lot more SIQS races to seal their deal next year. Or you can take the easy way, just go win the national title and get access all areas.
Oh, it's that easy, isn't it, Kurt? Yeah, it's straight in the winner of the national title will be straight into the professional series, and as we saw in the past, it's not impossible for a random to jump up and get it like Cam Cole. He jumped out of nowhere. As these girls start heading back in, it looks like Crystal's just breaking away there, but Geordie's doing a great job of holding on to her.
Yeah, doing well, sticking in there, but Crystal Smith leads the way, and obviously she won the world title over in France just a few months back. She's been around such a long time, a former Australian champion, and obviously she's been in the pro series I think for about 15 years. She had a season off a couple of years back. She's never won the pro series, but she's finished runner-up about 6 or 7 times.
So she's the bridesmaid, and as we spoke about surf skills before, she's just used that runner to get a little gap. But as we look out the back, there's probably 6 or 8 girls on it there. I think that's a mermaid beach cap of Emma Dick closest to us. Georgia Miller's just dropped off the back, and there looks like there's some Mooloolaba ones in there, but who's that? Oh, I think that's Alira Richardson.
Oh, it is, the Cooks Hill cap.
The
so
veteran.
There we go, look at that one. Great to see Alira Richardson up there. She's been around the series for a long time, took a few years off, and great to see her back.
Yeah, she's really building this summer. She's kept everything under wraps and just popped up here and there as we see the Mooloolaba girls come round, and at this point it's Crystal from Geordie Mercer's using that run, Alira Richardson, Emma Dick, and then Harriet Brown's in the mix again. So it's all on here. This ski leg's going to be tight for the finish.
Yeah, Carly Nerthen coming through there, Georgia Miller. Great to see the Cooks Hill cap there on the mid-north coast of New South Wales, just near Foster there, and a couple of great competitors there previously as well. Tommy Atkinson was a great, obviously great ski, great board paddler. He was in the pro series a few years back. He hailed from there as well.
Yeah, it's a proud club up there in the mid-north coast, and they're doing a great job. And as we see, Geordie's just skipped away there. She got that ski up and going so quickly as we're on with Deb Halligan, one of the better ski paddlers in the field, and she's going to be tough to beat from here. She'll be looking for a good result, but it's all Geordie Mercer at this point. She skipped away.
Yeah, Mercer, great transition, and they're the little percentages that really make a difference in these Ironwoman and Ironman races, is just those little skills. You pick your ski up, and just that first 5-10 metres, getting that momentum going, getting that paddle in the water, especially when you're hurting, it's an art form.
Yeah, it is. It definitely is, and those 5 metres has turned into 10, and probably 2 ski lengths here on Crystal Smith, and then that looks like back to Harriet Brown and Carly Nerthen, and these girls aren't exactly out of it, but they've got a lot of work to do if they want to win here, and it's all Geordie Mercer. She's making every post a winner.
Well, we talk about going home to Thirroul, Joshy, and look at these conditions. It's just glass off out the back. Just beautiful conditions at the moment. Jordan Mercer, some great shots as they go around the cans here. This is the final leg of this Surf Ironwoman qualifying series. Round number 2 for them, and round 4 of our Summer of Surf here.
And it's all coming down to this final ski leg, Kurt, and the first ones around the cans, they're going to get first pick of the waves. As we see a bit of a log jam, the girls are battling in there. They're struggling to get their paddles in the water, but as we look from above, Geordie Mercer, she'll get first pick at these runners coming through, and we can see her, she's there pumping those legs, making sure she gets the most out of every stroke. Big high elbows, she's doing a really good job.
Oh, wouldn't this be huge to come back here, obviously where her father and her uncle started it all, Dean and Darren Mercer, and to come back here and deliver a victory today, it'd be something very, very special. Of course, the Mercer name synonymous here at Thirroul.
Yeah, they're the first family of surf life saving down here, and it looks like Geordie really wants this. Look at those, she's pumping those legs every stroke, she's making it count. She's had a small look across, trying to look for a wave there, and she seems desperate to get home.
Yeah, good ski leg here by Crystal Smith as well. Harriet Brown still in third spot and becoming really close to shore now. Oh, wave out the back, a big jag, but I think it's going to be too far. A nice little wave here for Jordan Mercer, and this should have just about sealed the deal for her. And what a return here to Thirroul Beach. Super exciting times. The wave behind Harriet Brown, Carly Nerthen on that as well, but just looks like the gap going to be a little bit too far.
Yeah, I think Jordan's got it from here, but as we speak, the girls are pushing over a little one. They're going to make it a little bit tighter than it should be.
Oh, crash down. Harriet Brown's gone down, so one of the tallest girls in the series. She's not going to be in the run finish, but we said Jordan Mercer, she's the fastest across the sand in the business. She's coming down here now, and it looks like Jordan Mercer is going to turn it on in front of her family. Oh, no!
Oh,
stop it!
In the last moment, Carly's just tipped
Nerthen
her.
from nowhere on the outside.
Kurt, did she stop there to
Don't
claim
tell
that?
me.
I think the
my
claim's
goodness.
ruined it for her.
We're going to have to look at the replay, but it looks like Carly Nerthen has come up on the outside, and Mercer hasn't seen her. Look at this, hugs all around.
And Carly celebrating.
Nerthen, oh.
I think she's got the win there. She must have tipped her in the final
She's
moment.
in a world of absolute hurt. Look at that pain. Oh, she's giving the chuckers. Oh, you can see Jordan Mercer there. It looks like probably the ego bruised a bit more than anything else, but we've seen it before in surf. Nathan Smith claimed one over the top of Trevor Hendy and paid the price. Also Stewie McLaughlin in a relay race previously as well, but here's the results for the Open Ironwoman, the Surf Ironwoman qualifying series. Carly Nerthen on the line. What a victory over Jordan Mercer, and well, surely something that Mercer won't forget for a long time, and hopefully a lesson learnt there for the youngsters. Crystal Smith rounds out the top three, right ahead of clubmate there in Harriet Brown. We move on to the second page. Great to see the veteran back in Alira Richardson from Cooks Hill, and further down, Devon Halligan, Kirsty Higginson in there as well, and Lara Moses.
Carly Nerthen, what a finish.
Yeah, that was so tough. Just to see Jordan in front of me, like I didn't think I was going to get it, just right till the last second.
And it was such a tough run up the beach. What was going through your mind as you came down that little wave at the end there?
I thought that we had enough momentum, like the second wave onto Geordie's wave. I thought if I just threw the paddle and tried to get up as fast as I could without tripping over, that I had a chance.
And it must feel good to get that win in the second round of the SIQS.
Yeah, it's definitely really exciting.
Perfect. Congratulations, Carly Nerthen.
Thank you.
Oh, isn't she a character? Carly Nerthen is having plenty of fun, and she's just been dominating this summer of surf. You can see there the overall points score, 147 points, a big lead over Jordan Mercer in second spot from Noosa Heads. A tough day in the office for her, but she'll learn from this, no doubt. And in third placing at the moment, Emma Dick from Mermaid Beach. But all points important as well in that SIQS as we turn the second page there. Amy Nerthen in there, obviously the older sister of Carly, and down to Kirsty Higginson, Rebecca Creedy. We'll see plenty